All right, my big plan for the day is to clean out my freezer. What have I got going on there? So that I know what's in there so I can start eating up some of my freezer food. Now, I've said before, it's not my goal to totally empty my freezers. I always want to keep food in there. But I have so much crammed in there that I don't know what's in there, and I want to start using some of it. So I want to maybe cook it down by a third, and that way I'll have room for fresh things, and I'll still have plenty of food in there if I need to, if I can't get out, or for whatever reason I need to have food stored. So I bought a generator, and I've talked about this before. I bought a solar generator, and I also bought a propane and gasoline generator. That's my big generator. And then I can also charge my solar generator with the propane generator. So if the power goes out, I won't have to lose my food from the freezer. So that'll work out okay, and I'll still have plenty of food to eat. Now in the wintertime, you know, my garage stays pretty cold, and that's where I have the one freezer, and the other freezer's in the kitchen. So what I can do then is keep less food in the kitchen freezer and shop my garage freezer to restock. Anyway, that's my plan. So, yeah, I'm going to work on that probably most of the day, off and on. I'm not in any big hurry to get it done. And if there's something that needs to be cooked up, then I'll do that too. And just work on that for the next day or two. So let me show you how I'm setting it up, because I think it's going to work real well. So without further ado, let's go take a look in my freezer. Well, I'm cleaning out my freezer, and these are the shelves that I bought from Amazon. And now instead of one big opening here, I can put these baskets in here. So I already cleaned this shelf and this shelf, and I cleaned this one too, but I think I need to put another shelf up here. So I'll probably redo this one. And yeah, I have gloves on because I'm in the freezer. So I'm trying to make room and figure out what I have in here, but those shelves fit just perfectly. Well, here they are with the baskets, and then I can pull those out, and I still have a little room on the sides to put some things too. So I think that'll work out just fine. Very good. Well, I got this shelf done. These are all peppers down here. This is like vegan meats, and it's easy to pull that out. This shelf is done, so I have more room in here. And like I said, this shelf is done, and this shelf I need to redo a little bit. So I didn't realize I already had some of the Alexia fries, so like half a package. So I bought another package, but that's okay, they'll get eaten. So I still have these two drawers that I need to look through, and also stuff in the door. So I'll get that done within the next day or two. But yeah, I at least now I know what's in here, and I can start using up my food. When I cleaned out the freezer, I found these lemons, and it says from my tree. They're Meyer lemons. So I had cut these in half and froze them. So they were starting to get a bit old, so I'm just going to squeeze them out and maybe refreeze the juice. And I think I'm going to dehydrate the lemon peels and make some lemon peel seasoning for baking out of that. And then I also had more here, little tiny limes and more lemons. So I'm going to see if those are okay to make juice from. Now, Walmart just dropped off a few things. I got this Daya meatless chicken, bacon, and ranch gluten-free flatbread. It's got oat cream. So I want to have this for dinner. I'll probably only eat half. I got more fish fillets because I want to make sure that I have enough in my stash. I didn't order this ragu. So, but you know, if you call, they just tell you to keep it. And they'll get a credit for it, so I'm not too worried about that. I got more of this instead of Beano, which is expensive. I take a couple of these before a meal, and that seems to work for me. I also got a couple seasonings. These were $1.97. Smash seasoning, and also my favorite hamburger seasoning. So I already have one of these, but I want one in reserve, and they were both $1.97. So I also ordered a couple more of these plant-based seared tips, because last time I made the whole package of these, I really liked it. And I seasoned it with the hamburger seasoning and some garlic salt. That was it, and it was delicious. It really tasted like steak. So I got 2 of those just as a, backup, and I'll eat one. And then I ordered this strawberry banana yogurt. I like this Great Value. And I have one of these every morning. I put some baobab powder in there, and I like this yogurt. And then I got an Italian sweet cream. I have one, but this is a backup. And this was like $3. None of this stuff was real expensive. So, yeah, I didn't get too much, just a few things, and made some room in the freezer with this. I also have these 2 big packs of veggie scraps. So I just took those out of the freezer, and I think I'm going to put these in the compost because they just took up too much room in my freezer. So, and I can always get more scraps. And right now I don't have anywhere to make a lot of veggie broth and freeze it. I just don't have the room for that yet. But eventually that's what I'll do. So this is going to go in the compost. So that was my day today. Busy, but taking my time and doing things. So, and I found a couple of garlic naan flatbreads. So I'll use this classic Alfredo sauce on there and make like a white pizza, little pizzas out of that. So all in all, a productive day, but I still have to clean up most of the things in my kitchen. But what I don't get to tonight, I'll do tomorrow. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and put this Daya in the air fryer and see what it tastes like. Well, here's what the Daya chicken and bacon ranch flatbread looks like. And I can always top this with a little bit of a arugula salad. But that's going to be my dinner for tonight, and I'll only eat half since I can't eat big meals or it'll make me sick. So I think that looks pretty good. It looks pretty well loaded. And let me give it a try and see if it's any good. All right, here is the pizza, the flatbread. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. I've never tried this one before, but I do like to keep things like this on hand in case I don't feel like cooking. I mean, it's just me, so it's all right. Let me give it a taste, and I hope it's not too hot. I think it will be. It's pretty good. I would get it again. Let me try another bite. It's nice to have on hand. And this was a little bit over $5, like $5.60 or something like that. And with a salad, that's enough for 2 meals for me. So yeah, I would give it a thumbs up. All right, I'm going to eat this now. Well, I have a good idea of what's in my freezer, in my kitchen freezer now. I have a ton of frozen tofu. I don't need any more tofu. I also have some in the fridge. I have a lot of tempeh. I have a ton of peppers. And they're pre-cut. I diced some. I have some cut in strips. So that would be good for fajitas or adding to omelets, to stews, to spaghetti sauce, all kinds of peppers. And they're red and yellow and green and orange. So I won't need peppers for a whole year. So I have a lot of that. I have some pre-made vegan meats that I do like to restock because I enjoy those. Same way with my French fries. I have a certain brand that I really like. It's the Alexia rosemary fries, and I really enjoy eating those. So I always keep those stocked up, and there's certain vegan meats that I like to keep on hand when I don't feel like making them from scratch. But I could make plenty of vegan meats from scratch. I also have Beyond Burger, I have Impossible Burger, I have a lot of sausages. So I should be good for quite a while. And once I'm done cooking a lot of things out of my kitchen freezer, then I'm going to start restocking it with my outdoor freezer. And I still have a few things left at my mom's. I have maybe half a shelf. So whenever I go over there and I know I have room in my freezer, I bring some home. So I should have her freezer emptied out within the next month or so, because I don't want to re-cram this freezer so that I don't know what's in there. So there's plenty to eat. Sometime down the road, if I needed to, and I had all my food mostly eaten up, I'm not at that point now, I would consider going to the food bank because, you know, I'm on a low income. So, and I know a lot of people poo-poo that, you know, it's like, oh, you know, you have so much food. And that's true, but it's all money that I've spent on food that, you know, a lot of people don't spend it on food. They go ahead and they spend it on other things that they otherwise couldn't afford. So, you know, sometimes if you're on a low income or you're poverty level, now I'm not poverty level, but I am low income, you're entitled to go to the food banks and get food. So I encourage you, if you're in that situation, even if you've gotten yourself into debt and you have bills to pay, or, you can't pay your utilities or whatever it is, I encourage you to go to the food bank. And if you don't agree with me, I don't care. That's fine. Whatever, you do you. But I do encourage people to go to the food bank if need be, because what happens is they throw it away. If they can't give the food away by a certain time, they have to throw it away. And if they're to a point, from what I understand, if they're to a point where they can't give enough of the food away, then I don't know if they have a license or whatever it is, but they won't be able to distribute food anymore. So, rather than dumpster diving or whatever, go to the food bank, get what you need there. So there's no shame in it, and if people poo-poo you for doing that, just don't even bother listening to that nonsense. Because like I said, a lot of these food pantries, they throw the food out. So if you qualify, and every place is different, depending on your income. Some of them don't care about your income. Anybody can go. Some places will ask you what your income is, and if you do qualify, then by all means, put that to good use. So I like to buy food little bits at a time. I used to shop just once a month, and I'll probably go back to that. But right now I stock up a little more often as I use things that I really like, rather than going and spending, $200 a month on restocking everything. I'll order little bits of food, maybe a couple times a week, and then I have it delivered, because I buy less if I do that rather than if I'm in the store and then I do impulse buying. It's like, oh, this would be nice or that would be nice. So I actually spend less doing that than physically going to the store. So, yeah, I'm glad I got the freezer. I got a lot set up in there and organized. I still have a couple of drawers that I need to do something with that are packed, but I'm not doing that today. There's no rush. And I did cook up some oyster mushrooms. I boiled them, so I have a container of broth, mushroom broth, that I'll use. I can use that as a broth for ramen or to cook some other things in. So I did that, and I found a bag of riced cauliflower that had been in there a long time, and it was microwavable, so I cooked that up, and I can use that in a dish and stir fry it. So there's enough in there for a couple meals. And I was going to reorder my favorite pizza. It's the Good Foods? Whatever the top Walmart brand is. And it's their truffle and mushroom pizza with, it's got like a garlic sauce. Oh, so good. And none of the Walmarts had it. So I hope they don't discontinue. Better Goods, that's what it is. I hope they don't discontinue that, because that happens to me all the time. I'll find something I really like, that I really enjoy, whether it's clothes or shoes or food, they discontinue it. So I don't know, does that happen to you too? It happens to me all the time. So, all right, well, that was my project for the day. My kitchen is still a mess. I'm kind of working my way around the room. I still have baskets in here. That's my laundry room that I want to use. So, yeah, if I don't finish it today, that's fine. I'll just finish it tomorrow. It's no big deal. So, well, all right, my friends, short video today. And that's all I have for you. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.